So a beginner guide to yoga blocks. I hope you can hear me. There's lots of noise out here. The birds are singing and the drills are drilling, but we should get through it. So yoga blocks are really great to assist you in your practice, whether you're a beginner or whether you're more advanced. Okay, so these are yoga blocks. Quite solid. You can get any type of yoga block. You can get little foam ones like I've got here, or cork ones. How to use them? So for instance, an example would be standing forward bend. If you find that you're more like this and you've got really tight hamstrings, you can rest your hands on yoga blocks, okay? If you're doing any type of posture, so this is your triangle pose. As a beginner, you can use your yoga block like so. So it's really a way to provide you with support, particularly in the beginning if you are lacking a little bit of flexibility and you need to support your hand. Also, another way you can use yoga blocks is if you are a little bit more advanced and you want to increase your flexibility. So this is an example here. Seated forward bend. So you might find that you're quite comfortable in this. So you can use a yoga block to increase the depth of your stretch. Another way to use a yoga block would be to help with opening out your chest. So you can take the yoga block, you can place that yoga block in between the shoulder blades and very gently lie back onto that block, and you support your head with the other one. So it's always ideal to have two, and you can use your yoga blocks like so and just allow your legs to open out like this. So this is an example of how you can use a yoga block, stretching and opening out the chest. So this can be quite good. Other ways to use yoga blocks. So again, if you are quite tight, yogic squat. So a lot of people might end up here in the beginning. So you can sit on a yoga block. So you can use a yoga block to assist you if you can't fully get down in, say, a posture like this. Other examples of how to use a yoga block. So in a forward bend, particularly in a seated one, you might be very tight in your hamstrings to the point where you can't even feel the stretch. To do a seated forward bend, you want to be able to articulate your hips to lengthen your hamstrings. Your hamstrings are attaching to an attachment point called the ischial tuberosity. So you want to be able to send that attachment point back. So if you're really tight, that's probably not going to happen. So you can sit on a yoga block to help you with sending your hips back, and you may feel that stretch a little bit more. Other examples, there's tons of examples. I'm going through a lot of them. So you can do a pigeon pose like so, and you might find that your hip is not coming down. You can support your hip like this. So multitude of ways that you can use yoga blocks. I would definitely incorporate this in any practice, whether you're a beginner, advanced. They're your best friend. Love your yoga blocks.